Interesting. So, from snorkeling to writing, you wrote this book, Loving Your Father Even Though He, and there are three periods over there for someone to fill in the blanks. And I'm going to ask you to fill in the blank for yourself. But first, I'd like to ask you what inspired you to write this book? And it's about reconciliation and restoration and rebuilding the relationship between a child and his father. What was the blank for you?
Where it started was in 33, the series. If you're familiar with it, it's a 6-volume set on authentic manhood based on Robert Lewis's material and the man, the myth, the legend when it comes to men's ministry. And in that book, there was a volume that talked about wounds of the family, both mother wounds and father wounds. And they talked about how for men, dealing with their mother wound isn't nearly as difficult as it is to deal with their father wound, almost to the point of never picking it up or ever wanting to deal with it. And as I've been a Christian for a little over 22 years, walking for the Lord, I've noticed that men have trouble communicating. And I've always wanted to coax answers out of them by just answering myself in a small group or a large group session or setting, and hope that that would make them feel comfortable enough to open up as well. And I noticed that it did. And I thought, okay, if it's that difficult already for men to communicate, and it's nearly impossible for them to communicate on this particular topic, I think I can give them hope, because my dad and I were able to reconcile in my early 20s, where in my childhood I didn't feel like he was a great dad. And that was significant because I thought, all right, I can provide a story of hope for guys that it's possible that they can have a better relationship with their dad, and give them a structure and an opportunity to work through it, a process, if you will, so they don't get stuck. Because if it is that hard to communicate, we as men, we need something. We need a guide to help us along.